everybody, I am Tiffany, and today I am doing another book review. What? Book review time, don't know why I'm singing, woo! The book I am doing a book review on today is Crown of Midnight. This is the second book in the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. I do have a book review on the first book in this series on my channel, so I will definitely leave a link for you in the description, and also probably at the end of this video a little icon will pop up, so click on that if you want to watch it, or scroll to the end of the video and click it, because what are you doing here if you have not even read the first book, because this is the second book. Come on. Think a little bit. I have been waiting to read this for so long, alright? I have been getting through my Y'all West pile, which is this stack of books that you can't really see here, and I have a little bit of a routine, and after my Y'all West pile was this book. So I was so excited. I was a little bit worried because I was slowly kind of going into a reading slump a little bit. I wasn't not reading, but I was going very slowly through my books, like not sitting down and powering through it in a sense of excitement. So when I picked up this book, I was a little worried that it would take me a while to finish it, but it was so good, and I powered through it, and it was amazing and spectacular and awesome and mind-blowing. There's not really a whole lot I can tell you spoilery-wise, like non-spoilery-wise, because, well, it's the second book in a series, and I can't not spoil you. But I will tell you that it got a 4.51 on Goodreads. Guys, that's almost 5 stars. That is absolutely amazing. And I will tell you just the difference, I guess, between the two. This one has a little bit more character development in it. Both have very good character development, but I feel like this one has more of it, which is really, really nice. This is a bit of a slower pace than the other one, but it's not like slow to the point of like you're annoyed and begging the book to go faster. No, it's a really good pace. It's just slower paced compared to the first book. Out of the two of them, I'm not really sure which one I like better. They're just both different in pace and stuff like that. Like the first one, I loved the pace of that and how like thrilling and awesome and exciting it was, and this one, it slowed it down and gave me insight into more of the characters, and I really, really liked that. I'd say maybe it's about a tie. I can't really choose over them just because they're really different to me. Other than that, there's not really a whole lot I can tell you. I think a lot of people like this one better than the first one, and I can completely see why. Definitely go out and read this series if you have not read it yet. It is absolutely amazing. You will definitely love it, and if you like kick-butt female protagonists, just look at the cover. That tells you everything. Read the first book, watch my review on that if you want, read the second book, and then come back and then we can talk about all the spoilery stuff together. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into spoilery stuff just because, well, there's not a whole lot I can tell you non-spoilery wise. Goodbye, non-spoilery people. Thank you for joining me, and come back when you've read the book. Read it. It's amazing. Please. Goodbye, non-spoilery people. Alright, we're gonna hope they're gone. If you stayed, it's your fault. Crown of Midnight. Oh my gosh. From the very beginning, it had me. Disclaimer real quick, sorry if I pronounce names wrong. I'm horrible at names in books. The opening scene with Selena about to kill the king, it was so good just because you know what she's supposed to be doing now. You don't really know what exactly was going to happen with that, and it's just, it's awesome. And automatically you get a secret, an obstacle that is going to last for a good majority of the book, which is Selena is not actually killing all these people she's assigned to kill. I mean, I kind of guessed once they showed she didn't actually kill the king, like it paused with her sword over her head. I was so like, yes, and oh gosh, at the same time. Me loving Selena, I was like, good for you for not following the king and not killing these people. But my book instincts were like, oh no. Because you gotta realize in dystopia and fantasy, and basically any book, when there's a secret and you're not telling your little buddies about it, something goes wrong. You're stupid and decide not to tell them because you think that's best, and then it just explodes in your face. So when I found out she was keeping the secret from Kale and Dorian and Nehemia, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna explode, the king's gonna find out, what's gonna happen? And I was yelling at Selena to tell someone, please, so that nothing happens to her. I don't like secrets in books that characters keep from other characters. Just tell. It makes everything 10 times easier. Luckily, with that secret, she listened to my advice and actually told Nehemia and eventually Kale. As soon as she told Nehemia, I breathed a huge sigh of relief. That's not going to explode necessarily completely in her face. If it does, she has her allies with her. And then the relationship starts between Kale, Dorian, and Selena. I think I said in the first one that I was definitely leaning more towards Kale because I really wanted a slow developing relationship, I guess. Dorian and Selena happened pretty fast. It wasn't love necessarily, for Dorian it was. And Kale, you could tell, was a very slow build to eventually getting there. I was really excited when I saw that she was really liking him. And for about like half of the book, I was like, Kale and Selena are amazing and spectacular and beautiful. And I loved it. The development of Kale and Selena in this was absolutely fantastic. It was just so cute. When they danced together at the ball, that was so adorable. I was like, Kale, yes, you are stepping up to the plate. I'm so proud of you. And the birthday dinner, and then they finally kissed. Oh my gosh, it was so adorable. I was so happy. Good job on Kale and Selena for about halfway through the book. We'll get to the second half a little bit later. And then you have her relationship with Dorian. Now here's the thing. I was shipping Kale and Selena, but I still really liked Dorian. And throughout this book, I felt so bad for him. First of all, the way Selena treats him at the beginning is really bad. She just completely ignores him and says, leave me alone. And I feel so bad for him because he doesn't deserve that. He's a really nice guy and he's trying to help you and be a good friend. And she's just dismissing him. And I get why, but it was really, really sad. We find out, big shocker, Dorian has magic. I was so happy that he got magic. I was like, yes, Dorian, let's go. And it helped him bond later with Selena again, which was really, really nice. Now we have the whole thing with Archer. So Archer, when I first met him in the book, I wasn't completely sure about him. I went through waves with him. Like, there were moments where I did not completely trust him, and then there were moments where I was like, oh, he's okay, it's okay. But there's just something off about Archer. And of course, my instinct was completely right. The most dreadful, heartbreaking thing happens and ruins everything else good in this book. And that happened with Nehemia. And it's because of Archer. Nehemia died. And I was so sad. I read that and I literally stared at the page, unable to go on for a good 10 minutes. I was like, no, wait, what? I could not comprehend it. Like, I think I read that sentence 5,000 times before it finally registered and I was able to turn the page and move on. I was just so angry and mad, and I hated Archer. And the whole reason Nehemia dies is because Archer kidnaps Kale. He was trying to show to Selena that Kale wasn't her friend, he was her enemy. But the whole reason that Nehemia died is because Archer brought Selena to this meeting. I was like, there's gotta be something up. I'm sorry, you're not that stupid if you're working with Nehemia to get the person who can protect her away from her. That was stupid. And then on top of this whole element, you have the whole thing with Kale knowing that Nehemia was being threatened, and he didn't tell. You know how I mentioned at the beginning how secrets can end up blowing up in your face? This is the prime example. Kale could have told Selena, could have told Nehemia, and guess what would have happened? Maybe she still would have died, but she would have been better protected. Selena would have been on her watch. It would have been at least more difficult for Nehemia to die. But what does Kale do? He keeps it to himself. And what happens? It explodes in his face. I blamed Kale with Selena because I was like, you could have told and you told no one. I'm mad at you. I'm furious at you. And that's why I said, like, I liked him and Selena for about halfway through the book, because I was with Selena on the second half, and Kale was just being stupid and suspicious of her, and it was absolutely annoying. And I was like, Kale, stop it! But that did open the door for Selena and Dorian to create a better bond, which was really nice. I did really like that. And I don't know if there'll ever be anything else again like that. Maybe they will. I don't know. I think she'll always choose Kale. But it was nice to see that relationship form between those two again. But gosh, I was mad when Nehemia died. And then there were just it just kind of spiraled a little bit as it went on. So much. First, Selena decides to go follow that creepy monster thingy into the dungeons, which was stupid, and Dorian follows her, and I was so scared that Dorian was going to get hurt. I trust Selena to take care of herself, alright? I don't expect Dorian to take care of himself quite yet. And they almost get killed, but that's when they get to bond, which is good, but still, that was terrifying. It was so creepy and awesome, but creepy and scary, and I was terrified. I get so paranoid with my characters because I've read so many books where characters I don't expect to die end up dying. So I get paranoid insanely with that. Then came the most stupid decision that Selena made in the book, and that was when she decided to open the portal to talk to Nehemia. And it backfires because who comes in? Archer. Archer, the most annoying, manipulative, maniacal guy in this book, and he almost ruins this whole entire thing. Luckily, Dorian has a dream saying to go there, but while I'm seeing Selena being attacked and everything, I'm thinking, where the heck is Dorian? And of course, he stops by Kale's room to get Kale, and I'm like, there's no time for this, just go! They see Selena fighting in the portal, and it was so scary, it was so scary, but you find out so much in that moment, and oh my gosh, it was just, I was freaking out the whole entire time. And then Fleetfoot got hurt, the dog. I have a thing with animals. Animals do not get hurt in my book. So I was really scared that Fleetfoot was going to die. And I know it's bad that I was worrying so much about the dog, but I was like, Fleetfoot is hurt, guys. Fleetfoot cannot die. Alright, I already had Nehemia die. I can't have Fleetfoot die too. It was so intense. You have Dorian having to use magic, and then you have this whole big reveal about Selena. Now, I don't know if I was expecting her to be Fae, but when they were talking about it, I thought maybe at one point I was like, maybe she's like the Galathinius person. But then I was like, nah, no. The way she reacted, I don't think so. But it ended up being right. She's the rightful queen. I was like, ho 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 ho. Then it made me feel that Kale was really stupid for sending her to Terrasen, because he's put her in a really bad position. The way she tells him the date, and you don't really know what it's for, and then you figure it out at the very end, that was really, really cool too. I really liked that. I feel like Sarah J. Maas did a great job of all the big, shocking stuff. She was very good at maybe dropping hints here and there, where looking back you can be like, how can I not have seen that? But still not spoiling it enough to where you can guess it. But yes, she is the queen now, and I'm excited to see how that plays out. I'm really nervous though because all my characters are getting separated because you have Dorian and Kale at the castle, but you have Selena going to Terrasen. I'm worried because I don't like my characters separated, and Nehemia's dead, and I'm still really sad about that. So we lost somebody in the group before. I was freaking out the whole time, if you can't tell. So I'm not sure what love triangle team I'm on, because I still like Kale, but he just made some really stupid decisions near the end. And I also really like Dorian. I don't know, I'm in the middle, and I know I shouldn't be because it's a love triangle, but I'm in the middle. I'm Switzerland right now. I thought I was Team Kale, but I don't know now. That's basically all I have to say about this book. So much crazy stuff happened. I'm interested to see how it's going to play out with her being the rightful heir to the throne and everything. I cannot wait to get to the third book. It will be a little while, but I will get this third book, and I will read it and all the other books in the series because this series is absolutely amazing. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for listening to me rant about this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any other books or movie recommendations, you can leave them in the comments below, and I'll check them out and do a review on them for you. I love getting comments and suggestions. If there's any tags or anything as well that you would like me to do, let me know and I'll definitely do them as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful day, evening, night, afternoon, and read this book because it's amazing, and don't forget to be awesome. Alright, thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.